All right, there we go. So the subject of the video is not going to be what is in the title. I don't know why it's doing that shit to me again, but I'll have to change the thumbnail again. Okay, never mind. It's okay, yeah, there we go. All right. Fight gang! I'm still a heart man! Let's go! All right, so other than Surfer and Shaggy basically gay-opping each other about being gay, and Faith Vickers or someone like that filing a restraining order against her husband, Matthew Vickers, there's just not a lot going on in the sector. And that's not my fault. There's just not really a lot to cover. Also, YouTube is being a bitch. YouTube is being kind of a wimp about trying to shadow ban my content and stuff. So recently my advanced features were turned off, and I'm not going to give them like my photo ID or driver's license or nothing like that. So I have to wait like 2 months before they turn the features back on or something. So, I don't know. I might have to probably just give my driver's license and photo ID in order to finally monetize it. I gotta monetize it. Ah, dude. Anyways, let me see what's going on. Let's see here. Promotions, permissions, here we go. So yeah, YouTube is being a cunt, a fucking cunt about that. Even after you appeal getting a strike, they still turn off your advanced features, so I gotta do something about that. I got to fix that or something. I don't know what else to do about it. Anyways, Faith Vickers is filing a restraining order on Matthew Vickers or something. And apparently there's allegedly a bunch of phone leaks about Faith Vickers crying about getting a divorce or something with Matt Vickers. I don't know. I'm getting it from the Ralphiverse, so it's going to be biased to Ethan Ralph and stuff, but that's going on. Mormon Shaggy and Drunken Surfer are gay-opping each other, and they're both accusing each other of being gay and being friends with Troon, so yeah, there's the Sector Troon trophy wars now. But anyways, none of that stuff is the main topic of what I want to talk about. What I want to focus on, or what my subject is that I am not a patriot. Like, I am not a fucking patriot, and I am not a strong believer. And I have explained many times, you would kind of think that anybody with a pea-sized brain who watches my videos would probably realize that I don't go to church, and I'm definitely not voting for the Republicans or for the Democrats or any third LARPing parties, because politics is the biggest LARP. It's all controlled by the 1%. It's all controlled by the 1%, but regardless, Francis E Dec Esq, whatever his name is, Justin, apparently just can't figure this out. And I guess because I happened to comment in Ghost of Nicolo's chat, that means that I'm a far right extremist. That's Francis's logic. Francis E Dec Esq's logic is that I'm far right because I comment in Ghost of Nick's chat or something. I don't know. But you're a fucking dude. You're such a big ass wimp. You're a big wimp, Francis. But I know that you're not going to pay attention, so forget you. I'll just talk to my chat. I'll talk to my viewers. So, yeah, I just wanted to make it clear because apparently there's some confusion. I'm not a patriot, and I don't vote in blocks because all the political parties in Washington are run by the 1%, by the top 1%. And I don't have a stake in that. I don't have any stake in that, so I don't vote. I don't have no dog in that fight. I don't have nothing to benefit from that, so I stay out of politics. It's all controlled and it's all the front of the American deep state and Freemasons. And like every major politician or businessman is pretty much a Freemason. So why would I want to vote for a Freemason? Why would I be voting for Freemasons in Congress and the House or for the presidency? And then talk about Freemasonry, make streams and videos about Freemasonry and the New World Order, and then vote for that? Why would I be doing that? Francis E Dec Esq. So yeah, I'm not a patriot. I don't have a dog in the system. The system benefits the top 1%. It is the top 1% and a particular group that I am not going to mention who have outstanding influence over the United States. The United States is a puppet nation. It is controlled and it is puppeteered and it is under the banking system. It is under a centralized cartel banking system under the, not the control, but under the front of the Federal Reserve. So yeah, I'm not going to be voting for that. Also, the guys who voted for Trump, Trump is basically, the Trump administration is just a front for the coming far right wing PSYOP, deep state PSYOP. The Trump administration is just a push by the American deep state and the CIA to set up a far right backlash, a far right technocratic backlash to help advance the interests of the synarchy to the final and complete technocracy, to the final and complete tasks of the technocracy. And the only thing that the woke stuff is for is to create a backlash by the far right, the neo-Nazis and the fascists in advancing the technocracy, advancing a Neo-Dreyfus affair, pushing a Neo-Dreyfus affair. You could say the January 6th movement was an aspect of that Neo-Dreyfus affair, but it's basically to push a Neo-Dreyfus-like situation to take away Americans' guns and stuff, take away the American people's guns, put them under full military law, and finally advance to a one-world technocracy and to 15-minute smart cities. That's all it is. Now, in regards to my beliefs, I'm not going to talk about my personal beliefs. I don't ever go out and talk about my beliefs, at least not in this matter, but I'm just going to say I am not a serious believer. I don't have any reason to go to a church because the churches are run by people who have interest in ties to the deep state. 501c3 C3 501 churches are instruments and tools of the military apparatus. The Southern Baptist Church and the Methodist churches are completely controlled, and they're just run to basically siphon out volunteers for the U.S. military, the U.S. Armed Forces. That's all the Baptist churches are for. It's to basically siphon out patriots to get into the military. So the churches are completely controlled by the state. They're controlled by the Freemasonic lodges. And their first interests are not about teaching the Word of God or teaching the gospel, because it's all controlled by Federal Reserve fiat currency and by Freemasonry. And it's a complete lie. And also, there's a lot of occultic and satanic symbols in the churches. The churches are completely inundated with occult and satanic symbols that were put in there centuries ago. And there's actually secret occultic practices that take place in modern 501c3 churches. So, yeah, I am not a believer. I am not a convinced believer. And I am not like a tool or a slave. And I don't like it when some asinine youth comes along and tries to accuse me of being a puppet of the state. So that's all I had to really say. Anyways, I'll take a look at chat. Let's see here. Gerard D says, hello there. Roberto says, hi from Mexico. Hey, what's up, Roberto? How are you doing? Roberto says, hi you're from Mexico. Gerard D says that he is too poor to vote. What kind of content do you post? I post a lot of stuff covering the sector and other things. I mainly cover lolcows. What's wrong with the New World Order? I enjoy my phone. The New World Order has nothing to do with what's on your phone. Okay, I guess you're not interested in the chat. I'm reading the chat right now. Gerard D says that you're still here. Okay, so yeah. Anyways, I'm Imperator Forge. Francis E Dec Esq made false accusations and slanders against me, against my person. I don't take no personal offense. I know that he is very mentally ill. I know that Francis E Dec Esq is mentally ill and has some personal issues and like anger management problems, so I take no offense. I just wanted to get my points out and explain that I have no interest in voting for the top 1%. So I don't need to vote. I don't need to be a patriot. I don't give a shit about America or about this country. It's just owned by the top 1% and by Richie Riches, and they're getting more power and more wealth every day. And I don't need to go to church, and I don't need to believe in jack shit, because all it is just a tool of the state for brainwashing and for, deep state psyops and mind washing, MK Ultra and all that shit. Anyways, I'm done. Have a good day.